Well, welcome back, everybody. Sorry about earlier. I was having an issue with the equipment here, so I just want to welcome you guys back and thank you for joining the show. Today is my daily chat 6 p.m. thing that I do every day at 6 o'clock to talk to you guys and discuss certain topics. Yesterday we touched on cancel culture and how it's just about online shaming to target politicians, actors, and people who don't agree with a certain political viewpoint or belief, or they'll use it as a bully tactic to get people, they'll do deep dives in people's social media to find negative things that they can highlight to try to paint you as a bad person. Anyway, that was yesterday's topic. And today I wanted to kind of give you guys an update on the pro-life, pro-choice discussion that's going to happen Sunday. It was moved from last Sunday because one of the participants was having a scheduling conflict, but he ultimately opted out. But I have new participants and I'm excited about having them, and they're excited about being on the show on Sunday. I'm really, really super excited about Sunday's discussion about pro-life and pro-choice. With that said, did anybody catch the debate last night? I didn't really get a chance to see it, but I heard it was much, much better than the first one. Today I wanted to talk about have you guys ever unfriended someone because they had like a different political view or religious belief, or they just posted something that you didn't agree with? Like, did you ever break off a friendship or a relationship based on certain things? Is that important to you? And hey, what's going on? Thanks for joining, guys. Like, I've seen that happen a lot, where people, it's okay to have a discussion, even if it gets into a little bit of a heated debate, because we get passionate about these topics. But to actually like disown somebody or just completely end that friendship or relationship just because they have a different view, it's kind of messed up, because you don't know exactly why that person has that view. We tend to put labels on people based on what they believe in or based on what they support, and usually we don't get the whole picture. Like, for example, I talk about a lot of the I talk a lot about the pro-life, pro-choice thing, because it's the topic I'm working on right now, and obviously things about the debate. So I use that as an example a lot, because that's what's going on right now. So let's say, for example, you have a friend that's a Trump supporter. One of the things that we tend to associate with Trump supporters are that they're racist or that they're bad people, and that's not always the case. It's sad that we put these labels on them, and I see that online all the time. Also, people are saying, like, if you support this thing, that you can't support this other topic, and that's not entirely true. That's entirely not true at all. So it's important to have these discussions, because you don't know why someone is supporting a specific policy or not Pacific, we're not talking about oceans, specific candidate or a specific policy. And this is exactly where I'm trying to have these conversations, so that we can get an insight into people's ideologies, people's reasonings for supporting a certain cause. And I myself have not been involved in the political process whatsoever. I'm diving into this thing head first now, learning so much, and just kind of like getting out of the yeah, please don't text and drive. It's not safe. Like, let me just give you an example, right? Like I was saying earlier, people think that like all Trump supporters are racist and stuff like that, and then you have people who really just believe in those Republican ideals and Republican policies and what they go for, and then vice versa. You have people who think that if you support Biden, that you don't care about the country, that you want to see this country burn and crash. But maybe if you have these conversations with these people, you'll find out that maybe that they're Democratic or whatever because they strongly believe in abortion. Maybe that's an important policy to them. You might not agree with them, and it might not be the most popular opinion, but people are entitled to choose and vote for the things that they feel passionate about, the things that they believe in. But the reason we tend to have, the reason I want to have these conversations is to get an insight into their minds and to see why they are talking about these things. Like, why is it important to them? And 9 times out of 10, maybe even 10 times out of 10, but 9 times out of 10, I'm going to say that people are passionate about these things because they believe in a specific thing. It's not because they're bad people. And I don't know, let me just go back to this really quick. Anyway, yeah. So, okay, what you missed was not too much actually. We just started talking, so. But like I said, the idea is to just get people talking. Find out why they support certain things, and just think about it. You really don't know what's going on if you don't. My mind's going crazy. It's a lot to process, a lot to think about. But basically, the question is have you ever like unfriended somebody or stopped talking to somebody based on their affiliation to a policy or an ideal? And let me see something that it's tough, man, because the two biggest things that create these divides is usually talks on politics and religion, right? And people just get really, really passionate about those topics, and they're so ingrained in their beliefs that they just refuse to hear what the other side has to say. And I think that we're robbing ourselves of an opportunity to learn, to hear someone's perspective. And like I always say all the time, we don't have to agree on everything, but let's talk. Let's talk. For example, not all Muslims are terrorists, right? I think we could agree on that. But with the events of 9/11 and stuff like that, we tend to put everybody into the same pool. We tend to encapsulate everybody in the same thing. And it's kind of messed up because I'm a lover of people. Like me personally, I love everyone. I don't care about labels. I don't care about names and policies and religion and stuff. I'm a people lover. I'm a lover of people. I think people are awesome. People are amazing, and they're capable of good. Everybody, right? Even people who have beliefs that you don't necessarily subscribe to. Like if you get to talk to them, you might find out that the reason that they support that thing is because they had a negative experience. And hopefully by talking to you, they might see and understand that maybe you're not like everyone else. It's not fair to put everybody in the same pool. So, yeah, I'll bring it out to you guys. Has anybody ever stopped talking to you? Not necessarily you not talking to somebody else, but has anybody ever stopped talking to you because of something you said or a belief that you posted or something like that, and just kind of like just disassociated themselves from you? That's kind of unfair. It's true. Like she said, right? Says, I agree. I don't judge all people due to the actions of some similar people. Yeah, but that's usually what happens. Like people automatically put you in the same bubble as a specific group if you subscribe to that belief system or that policy. And we're people. We're individuals. We're different. We have different life experiences. We have different exposure, different environments, and all that plays into the way we see the world and the way that we interact with the world, the way we interact with people. And everyone's going to have a different view. Everyone's going to have a different policy. Everyone's going to have a different belief. Everyone has different needs and necessities based on their communities, based on their experiences, based on their wants for education, for their wants for finances, their wants for taxes and stuff like that. So it's just important to understand that people are just different. And then of course you are going to have that small group of people who do have hate in their blood, but the thing with hate, like if you get to talk to people, you might be able to bring them to the light, because hate is something that it's taught, it's passed down from parent to child. Like we aren't born with innate hate. That's not something that is a natural phenomenon in the human behavior. It's not something that we do normally. Fear, yes, we have the fear is instinctive. It's something that keeps us safe. We have that. It's kind of like that spider sense. We're like, oh shit, there's a spider. I don't know why I'm scared of that, but I know I should probably be scared of that spider. It's that I'm gonna keep away from that spider. So it's hate. It's taught, and we need to stop teaching our kids hate. We need to stop, start showing that love is the way to go, man. It's just so much more viable. It's just so much more beneficial to be a positive person. Like, if you put a whole bunch of kids in the same room, it doesn't matter what their race, their ethnicity, their beliefs are. Not one of them, not one kid is gonna shy away from another kid based on what they look like or what they believe in. They're just gonna get together and have a good time. And we should be like children, man. We should just be able to get together and talk without being triggered, without being upset, angered, or just like not understanding why someone does a specific thing or believes in a specific thing. And yeah, absolutely, and that's sad, and that happens with people. You said you lost a friend because of your view on abortion, and I'm in a group right now that I'm in a couple of groups right now. I'm in a one pro life group, and I'm in a abortion debate group. And people, like, while you try to have these civil conversations, there are just some people who are just blindly passionate about their view, and it's crazy. It just happens. I'm guilty. I unfriended a few people because they post negative and attack. No, that's completely different from what I'm talking about. I've done the same thing. If someone's posting like negative things and hateful stuff, absolutely, because I don't subscribe to any of that negative. So I'm all about positive energy. I'm open to hearing everybody's opinions, everybody's views. I'm open to all of that stuff. But I'm exactly the same. If there's like I'm guilty of even some family members I've disassociated myself from when they post a lot of just negative stuff and just hateful stuff too. It doesn't breed any positive stuff. So I disassociate myself from that, and I try to just exude positivity and just share love. And it's funny because some people tell me that I'm too damn nice sometimes. People don't understand how I can get along with a person that almost everybody doesn't get along with. And me, I just treat people as individuals. A person is unique, and you don't know why they are the way they are unless you get to know them. And once you figure out that, there's a reason why they are the way they are, maybe you can, now you're in a position to be open to dialogue and introduce them to new ideas and new perspectives. And when they're perceptive to what you have to say, because they're in a safe environment and they're talking about things that are passionate to them, and they're open to what you have to say because there's no negativity being thrown at them, there's no hate, then they could just be like, oh wow, I never thought about it that way. I still don't agree with it, but I kind of understand. And that's fine too. Not everybody's going to agree with what you have to say, and that's 100% okay. That's 100% fine. But being able to have the ability to just get together and talk and discuss, even debate, as long as it's coming from a place of love and understanding, and there's like no hate or negative emotion attached to it, we should all just be able to talk, man. And that's just like, the world is on fire right now, man. People are scared, people are nervous, people are frightened, they're worried, and I get it. It's all about judging people, and we shouldn't. We should all absolutely just get together and talk. And that's the whole idea behind this That's So Controversial community that I'm trying to create, is to understand that people just have different life experiences, different expectations, different ideologies, different beliefs, and different is not necessarily bad. So with today, I just want to encourage you guys to have an open heart and an open mind to people who may not see things the way that you do, and you'll be surprised how we can talk. There doesn't have to be hate involved. There doesn't have to be so much negativity, man. I was having a conversation with one of my coworkers today. He was, he has the perception like everybody else that Trump supporters are racist for the most part, And I can see how people can perceive that, because there are people who are part of that campaign. Thank you. That are malicious, and it's not exclusive to the Trump campaign. You have people from the Biden campaign also. They're really quick to target you and disown you if you support Trump. So it's on both ends of the spectrum. That didn't look right. It's on both ends of the spectrum. People try to tear you down and try to attack your character based on your political affiliation, and you honestly don't know why someone is supporting something unless you have that conversation. But then you are going to have that small minority who are attached to a political party and has a negative connotation, or some kind of hate degree, or believe that specific party supports their negative viewpoint, and they use that as a platform to project their hate. Like, it's unfortunate. But anyway, man, I'm gonna keep these things short. The Sunday discussions are for the longer talks. But I want to thank you guys for joining today's daily chat. I'll be live every day as often as I can at 6 p.m. to talk to you about a variety of different topics. And I want to hear from you guys. If you guys ever want to join on these daily chats, feel free. You're more than welcome, and I'd love to have you guys. I love talking to you guys. Oh yeah, absolutely, they are. But no, I agree 100%. So what stand are you taking, the pro-life, pro-choice debate? Me personally, I'm not 100% on each side. I would say I'm mostly pro-life, but I understand pro-choice in certain situations. Like, I understand that there are needs for an abortion when the mother's life is at risk, when the baby's life is at risk, or when there isn't a viable pregnancy and stuff like that. So I think it's situational, or I don't want to say conditional. It depends. So I can't be 100% pro-choice or 100% pro-life. I would say it's more like 70-30. So with the whole pro-life and pro-choice thing, right, in the groups that I'm seeing, there's a lot of ambiguity when it comes to the pro-choice thing. It's a lot of people are like, this is my body, my choice. You have no say so. It's my body. I do whatever I want. And those are the kind of things that's kind of bothersome. And I think I don't think it's so kind of dry. I don't think that's something that should be abused. But I don't want to talk too much on that now, because like I said, I'm gonna have a Sunday discussion based on that. It's gonna be really, really in depth. We're gonna ask questions. We're gonna have back and forth, and I don't want to impose my own views, and I want to hear from the participants, and I want to hear what they have to say and why they support their specific thing also. So I want to thank you guys for joining, and I will gonna end this thing here. Oh, thank you. I hope to see you guys there. But I'll see you tomorrow at 6 o'clock. But Sunday, I'm really, really excited for Sunday's debate. It's not a debate, because it's not about who's right and who's wrong. It's a discussion. So I'm excited about Sunday's discussion, so we can talk about more things in depth. And I'm just looking forward to just growing this community, man. Just having people from all walks of life share their experiences and talk to us and tell us, why they support certain things. And I apologize. It's pretty loud in my neighborhood, so you're gonna hear stuff like car horns and stuff like that. And I apologize. Anyway, thank you guys for joining. I hope to see you again soon, and I will see you guys in the Facebook group chat, so we continue the discussion there. Right? Thank you guys so much. Take care and have a great evening. Thank you guys for joining.